Hello and welcome to Logic ERP. In this video, we will learn to set up schemes in an apparel business. In the main menu, go to Setup, Configurations, then Set up Scheme Campaign. Give a name to the campaign. Then enter the dates within which the scheme will be active. You can also select the branch in which you want the scheme to be applicable. After entering the required details, click on Save. Move to the Groups tab and select the newly created campaign. In this tab, we will define the type of scheme group. Give any name to the group as per your choice. Decide if the scheme will be applicable on fresh stock or not. Then select the type here, that is if the scheme will be applicable on some particular companies, item groups or items. We are selecting company for this scheme. Save the details. In the next tab, we will select the companies on which the scheme is to be applied. We have selected Captain 11 here for an example. You can select as many as required. Do not forget to save. This means that buy one get one scheme is applicable only on items belonging to Captain 11 brand. The next step is to define slab details of the scheme. So go to Setup Scheme Campaign Slab Details window. Select the newly created scheme campaign. Enter the minimum quantity or value after which the scheme will be applicable. Enter the same quantity or value in the slab value. Enter the scheme rupees or discount percentage, if any. Since it is a buy one get one scheme, we will enter one quantity as free quantity. Decide the method of free issue. Lowest rate free is the most commonly used. Save the details. Let us see how the scheme works. Enter the items belonging to the company that we selected while setting up scheme campaign. In this case, it is Captain 11. Suppose a customer buys two items of Captain 11 brand. When we will save or print the bill, a prompt of available schemes will appear. It is showing a discount of 250 rupees because one item has been issued as free item. The colored item is the free item. Select the scheme and click on OK. The scheme has been successfully applied. So out of 500, customer will only have to pay 250 rupees. Let us return to the Setup Scheme Campaign window to design the next scheme. Simply give a name and enter the time period. In the next tab, select the newly created campaign. Give any name to the group. In this scheme, we will select item group as scheme group type. In the next tab, we will select the item groups on which the scheme is to be applied. We have selected jeans here for an example. You can select as many as required. Do not forget to save. This means that this scheme is applicable only on items belonging to jeans group. Now we will define the slab details. Select the newly created scheme. Enter the minimum quantity or value after which the scheme will be applicable. Enter the slab value and discount percent here. So on purchase of 1 unit, 20% CD will be given. Similarly, on purchase of 2 units, 40% CD will be given. You can create more slabs in the same manner. Let us now see how it works. The customer has purchased one quantity of this article of jeans. When we will save or print this bill, a prompt of available schemes will appear. You can see that 20% CD has been applied on purchase of 1 unit. Let us enter one more quantity of jeans and try to save the bill. You can see that 40% CD has been applied on purchase of 2 units. Select the scheme to implement it and click on OK. Scheme has been successfully applied. The third type of scheme is to sell items at a flat rate. Enter the campaign name and time period. Now define the scheme group type. We are selecting company as group type here. In the third tab, select the particular company whose products will be sold at flat 499 rupees. We have selected 98 North here for an example. Now we will define the slab details. Select the newly created scheme. Decide how many units of item need to be purchased by the customer to avail the flat 499 scheme. Mention the slab quantity here as well. Now enter the new rate, that is 499. So the original sale rate of the item doesn't matter now. Items of the selected company will be sold at a new rate of 499. Let us have a look at its working. Enter an item belonging to the 98 North brand. The original sale rate is 849. But when we will save or print this bill, a prompt of available schemes will appear. The net amount of the bill becomes 499 and a discount of 350 has been applied. Select the scheme to implement it and click on OK. Scheme has been successfully applied. The fourth type of scheme is given in the form of a free gift on the fulfillment of certain conditions. For example, customer will get a free muffler on a minimum shopping of 10,000 rupees. Now we will define the group type on which the condition of 10,000 is to be fulfilled. We have selected item group here. Also define the group type of muffler that will be given free. It can be of a particular brand, item group or an item name. Mark use for free issue column as yes, because items of this group will be given free. In the next tab, we will select the item groups on which the condition is to be applied. We have selected jacket here. You can select as many as required. Also select the item groups from which the free gift will be given. We have selected muffler here. Now we will define the slab details. Select the newly created scheme. Choose value here and enter the minimum value after which the scheme will be applicable. You can also select the type of slab value. Enter the slab value. Then define the free quantity. Select the group of free item. Then decide the method of free issue. Choose if free item is to be given as quantity or value. Let us finally look how the scheme works. Enter an item that belongs to the jacket group. Then enter an item that belongs to the muffler group. Although the rate of muffler is 399, but when we will save or print the bill, a prompt of available schemes will appear. You can see that muffler has been issued as free item. Select the scheme to implement it and click on OK. Customer will only pay the price of jacket. But what if you forget to include muffler in the sale bill? To avoid this situation, there is an option in Logic Admin. Go to the Logic folder and run the Logic Admin. Enter the password. Open the global settings and go to POS options. Tick the option of Show Incomplete Scheme Campaigns. Restart the software to implement this change. We are entering the same item that we entered in the previous bill. But this time we will save the bill without entering any muffler item. You can see that a prompt has appeared which shows you the incomplete schemes. So this reminds you that the condition of minimum 10,000 has been fulfilled, so you can enter the free item. Click on Cancel and enter the item belonging to the muffler group. Now when we will save the bill, a prompt of available schemes will appear. Select the scheme to implement it and click on OK. If you want to look at the available schemes without saving or printing the bill, then use the touch screen window. Enter any items and click on the Schemes button. If there are any available schemes on the entered items, then this window will open, otherwise not. Let us look at scheme campaigns more deeply. While selecting scheme group type, there is an option of filter type. Pressing the space bar will open the drop-down list. You can apply filter either on the basis of item creation date or lot purchase date. You also need to mention the filter start and end dates. This means that flat 499 scheme will be applicable only on items created within the mentioned time period. Similarly, you can choose lot purchase date, which means that scheme will be applicable only on lots purchased within the mentioned time period. Remember that flat 499 scheme is applicable on 98 North brand. Let us see how the filter works. I am entering an item of 98 North brand. Then I will enter a lot, the purchase date of which is not within the filter dates. When I am clicking on the scheme button, the prompt window is not opening. This means the scheme is not being applied. Let us change the filter date according to the purchase date of lot. Try to make the bill again. You can see that the scheme is available to be implemented now. So this is how the filter works. Let us create one more scheme to understand another amazing option. Press spacebar in the scheme campaign custom column to mark it as yes. Now in the scheme group type column, there is no drop-down list to choose from. You can choose custom groups. Press spacebar in the scheme group level column to open item groups list. Choose the desired groups. Then go to Edit Group Details at the bottom left of the screen. This window has two parts. The top part will consist the groups that will be included in the scheme campaign. The bottom part is for exclusions. Let us understand this through an example. Suppose you want that the Baisakhi scheme should be implemented on kurtas, but only on men kurtas. So you have made the selections accordingly. But you also do not want to implement it on all the brands of men kurtas. So, whichever brand you want to exclude, select it in the exclusion part of the window. We have selected Kalakriti here for an example. This means that Baisakhi scheme will be implemented on all men kurtas, except those that belong to Kalakriti brand. Even in the Scheme Groups tab, there is no option to select any company or item group. It is showing custom selection. In the slab details window, we have defined that on purchase of at least 3 units, 40% CD will be given. Let us make a sale bill to understand this. First of all, we are entering a kurta item belonging to the Kalakriti brand. But when we click on the scheme button, no window is opening. This is because we have excluded Kalakriti brand from the scheme. Now we will enter another kurta item, but of some other brand. Now when we click on the scheme button, a prompt of available schemes has appeared. You can see that on purchase of 3 units, 40% CD has been applied. Select the scheme to implement it and click on OK. Baisakhi scheme has been successfully applied. Thank you for watching this video. For more software-related updates, kindly subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell icon.